All right, we have been working on how to multiply a decimal times a whole number, and now we are going to be working on multiplying decimals. So I have this here. I cut this title off. We are actually going to be cutting this sheet like we did with the decimals and whole numbers because I'm going to teach them in 2 separate lessons. So we're going to actually cut this just like that. And today we're going to be using models, just like we did before. And then I'm going to show you tomorrow how to do the standard algorithm. Now, if models are not something that you want to use to solve, you do need to know, especially for your test, how to identify an equation, a multiplication equation based on the picture, and create one based on a problem. So that's why I'm teaching you this. It's important for you to know that. I'm going to turn the page and I'm actually going to put this on the next page because that is tomorrow's lesson, so we don't lose it. Okay, so we're solving the same problem 2 different ways. Oops. All right, there we go. Okay, so multiplying using models. You're going to need 2 different colors, 2 different, not markers. I would say either 2 lighter pens or crayons or colored pencils. I'm actually going to be using a yellow and a pink colored pencil because we need to see where they combine. So the process for using a model is different when you are multiplying decimals and decimals. Before, we would have different groups of the decimals and the whole number was a number of groups. But now we don't have groups, we have 2 decimals. So what we're going to do is we are going to do 4/10 times 6/10, okay? The first one, we are going to go 4 out, all the way down, 4/10. So the top one, I go across. So I'm going to go here. I'm going to color 4/10 this way. Because I know 4, or one of these is a tenth. So if I need 4/10, I'm going to do 4 of the tenths. So I'm going to color this. And actually, I'm not going to get yellow. Yellow is not going to show up very well. I'm going to get a darker color. How about green works? Okay. Then I'm going to go the other way here, and I'm going to do 6/10. So I'm going to go from the bottom, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and I'm going to color 6/10 horizontally. So my first one is vertical, my second one is horizontal. There we go. So you see why I had to have colors that I could see over each other, so I could see where they overlap. I don't think yellow would have looked very good. And pens wouldn't work. So I recommend colored pencils or crayons. Okay, so you can see where they intersect, I guess you would say. Intersect meaning cross. And I'm going to draw the box around them. This is my answer. Let's count the number of hundredths because we know that one individual box is a hundredth. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24 hundredths. So it would be 24 hundredths. We would write it 24 hundredths or 24 hundredths. And actually, yes, I'm going to cross this part off because that's for tomorrow. Okay. So I'm actually going to shade the model here, and then we're going to write the equation. Okay. So I'm going to do this exactly like this. Okay, I'm going to have the same colors. So when you're doing your work, would be helpful if you could print out base 10 blocks or use graph paper and just put a box around the 100, and that would be helpful. It's hard to draw them, but to have these would be helpful. So this is going to be this color. So I'm going to go 9 across. The first one we go across. So I'm just going to do that, and then I'm going to color the rest of it in here. That's what I love about these. I run out and I twist it. Absolutely love them. I highly recommend them. Okay, so that's 9/10 if I say that 9/10. Okay. And then my 4/10 will be here. I'm going to go 4 from the bottom. 1, 2, 3, 4. And then where they overlap, I'm going to put a box around, and that's my answer. Not there. Here. I went a little bit too far. Okay, so when we count them, we will actually have 36 hundredths, or 36 hundredths. Okay. So if you know how to do that, you can work backwards. So basically, what I'm going to do is 0.2, I'm going to put over here. Okay. 0.6 is going to go here, and then I can shade it to find the answer. And I'm actually going to be giving you one already done, and I'm going to show you how to identify the equation based on what is done without being given the numbers. That's going to be something that you need to do as well. All right, so I'm going to do my 2 across here, okay, because that's right here. And I'm going to do my 6 from the bottom. Okay. And where they intersect is going to be my answer. Okay. Okay, so that's actually 12 hundredths. 12 out of 100, or 12 hundredths. So now I'm actually going to draw, because I do not have graph paper on me, so I am going to be drawing. Let's see here, example. Three, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. All right, so we don't need that one. I drew too many. 1. This is why you need graph paper. 5, 6, 7, 8. Because you'd have to draw that every single time. My goodness. Okay, so I have these two. All right. I'm going to color one, and I want you to identify what the equation is. So I'm going to show you how that is, and then you're actually going to have some of that in your practice, buddy. And I know you have this on your test. So what I need to do is count. Okay, what I need to do is count for my first factor. We're going to set it up like this, okay? For my first factor, I have to, how many do I have this way? 1, 2, 3, 4. So that's 4/10. Okay? How many do I have going up and down? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So that's 5/10. Okay? can write it like that too if I wanted. Now, how many do I have total? Let's see, I'm going to use my blue here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. Wait. Let me try that again. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 20. My goodness, that's what happens when you... So 20 hundredths is my answer. So that is how you would. This is 4 across, and that is 5 down.